One of the things that I wanted to do is talk a minute about how you should use Lizzy inside of your business to run the day-to-day operations, and how much of the application ought to be utilized in order to get the most out of it. One of the things that I tell people all the time is that we are not really in the business, or we don't look at ourselves as being in the business of selling software. We try to look at it as more us trying to provide a service to you guys to run your business and to help manage all of the information that flows through the business. Now, having said that, we run into customers all the time that want to use Lizzy only for doing invoicing and inventory control, for example. They don't want to use the checking account, they don't want to use the payroll, and they don't want to use a lot of the other features that are built into the system. Now, while that is perfectly okay, and you can go about running your business any way you want, we try to stress the fact that that's really not the best approach to take. You're buying into a piece of software that is capable of doing pretty much every single thing that you do inside of your company, and it really is foolish to get something this powerful and then only use a few little pieces of it. So while it's very good at doing inventory control and it's very good at doing invoices, it doesn't make a lot of sense not to go ahead and pay your bills through it, and not to go ahead and track your checking account entries through it. The system prints your checks, it does all your taxes for your payroll, it calculates all your sales taxes for you, it keeps up with what you owe your vendors, and some of the things that enables you to do, for example, being able to go to accounting and run reports over here for profit and loss and balance sheets, things that you need to do to get your taxes paid, information that you need for your accountant to file your taxes at the end of the year. All of these things, if you're using the system in its entirety, are all going to contribute to being able to click a button and provide the information to whoever's asking, without having to go spend a month of trying to get a bunch of receipts put into the system and try to track all your credit card charges and all of the other things that you're doing on the side. So we highly recommend that you learn, if not learn the entire application, at least learn what the application is capable of, and try to take advantage of everything that you can throughout the process. So when you're going through the initial learning stages and you're trying to learn the application, focus on the primary things that you need to do to take care of your customers, because those are the high stress areas that are going to come into play when a customer's waiting for you and you can't figure out how to do something. Learn those things really well, but also, from time to time, introduce yourself to another area of the application, if not for anything else, but to learn what it can do in the event that you might want to use it. Some of the stuff you may not want to do at all. But for the most part, we don't program things into the software just so that we can sit back and pat ourselves on the back and say, hey, we can do that. Everything that's in this application has been put here for a reason, and if you're running a successful business, you really should be using pretty much everything that is here. Obviously, we run NYSEX on this application. We don't do warranty. So, the warranty module and the sales department module, those things don't get used here at NYSEX. But we pay our bills, we do our checking, our credit card tracking, our credit card processing. Every single thing that we need to do inside of our company, we run through Lizzy as well. So, always try to learn as much of the application as you can. The videos are always here to be able to go back to figure out how to do something that you might not do very often and have forgotten how to do it. So, familiarize yourself with where the videos are and what's available, and then check back in on a regular basis to be able to keep up with what we're doing, because we're constantly adding new things to the software and adding things to the video library. Another thing that I wanted to mention is, when you do get into the Learning Center, make sure that on the main menu, that you keep track of the Did You Know videos, because we are going to start uploading more and more videos there for just little specific parts of the application that you might not have known. We're going to be trying to put at least one new video there a week on some aspect of the application that some of you might not have been aware of. And even if you were, you might not have been aware of all of the features that were available in that particular section.